Over the last few weeks I did some clipping plugin reviews. In this video, the exact opposite. We will review the My Audio Pro Audio Declipper and do shootouts between this plugin and the declippers of Izotope's RX11 and Acon Digital. Declippers are meant to remove the distortion you get when you have clipping in your audio. Think of too loud recorded voiceovers or too loud mastered music. One thing you do need to understand is that declippers are a last resort type of tool. Don't expect crystal clear, artifact-free and perfectly restored audio. But expect usable audio, and hopefully it is a lot less terrible than before. Now let's start with the My Audio Factory Pro Audio Declipper. Usually, I recommend you download a trial to test it out, but the restrictions on this trial are too extreme for proper testing. It is a 7-day trial, but you only get 600 seconds in total. That's only 10 minutes of processing time. That's next to nothing. I reached that within the first half hour of testing out this plugin. Also, every 10 seconds there is silence in the trial version, making comparing even more annoying. I hope these limitations get lifted or at least get stretched up a lot. Now, when you use Pro Audio Declipper, you absolutely want to use the highest settings because it absolutely sounds better. The manual suggests to increase the processor to its maximum just before you render, and I found that you should also increase the speed versus quality to its max and have the look ahead to its max as well for the best results. Hear the difference between 4 and 6 on the quality dial on these rendered audio clips. The snare pokes through better and the hi-hats open sound way less aliased. Now there is a big issue with this, and that is that this plugin is an absolute CPU hog. For me on my test computer, it's impossible to real-time use the highest settings. The entire system gets unusable. You can see the CPU really going to its max on all cores when you do offline processing. And this also happens when you do real-time processing with the highest settings. Ideally, this plugin would use something like Soothe 2 has, where you can use a lower quality mode for real-time processing and a high quality mode for rendering and exporting. This is also the reason why big chunks of this video use rendered versions to show the results of Pro Audio Declipper, since I cannot screen capture with that plugin in its higher settings. Now let's test the Declipper against Acon and RX11. All examples are heavily distorted to stress test the plugins. Subtlety isn't something that works well on YouTube. Here's a first music snippet. Let's start with the original clipped version. Here's RX11. Here's Acon. And Pro Audio Declipper. RX11 does not work great at all. There are many artifacts. Acon and Pro Audio Declipper are really close. I prefer the slightly more open sound of Acon here, but it has a smidge more artifacts than Pro Audio Declipper. That last one sounds darker. If you like this breakdown so far, please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to stay up to date on the latest new plugins. This video is sponsored by DistroKid. Cover songs is probably one of the many types of songs you would love to do, but uploading to a streaming platforms is always a hassle due to copyrights and required fee because you cover an original song. DistroKid makes this very easy for you by offering the option to do this all for you for $12 per song per year when you have a DistroKid subscription. Use my link in the description to get 7% off of your first year on a DistroKid. Here is a second music snippet. This is the original. Here is RX11. Acon. And the rendered version of Pro Audio Declipper. For me, Acon is the winner here. RX11 again falls flat and Pro Audio Declipper has more artifacts, it sounds more compressed. Now let's do voice, because vocal in post-production is where a lot of declippers are used. Warning, this next clip involves a shouting Deutsche. Here's the original.
2, 1.
Arrow 10% to go.
Come on, come on.
Oh my god! 10%! 10%! That's crazy! That's the biggest one he did! That's insane!
That's like $14,000.
RX11.
2, 1.
Arrow 10% to go.
Come on, come on.
Oh my god! 10%! 10%! That's crazy! That's the biggest one he did! That's insane!
That's like $14,000.
Acon.
2, 1.
Arrow 10% to go.
Come on, come on.
Oh my god! 10%! 10%! That's crazy! That's the biggest one he did! That's insane!
That's like $14,000.
Pro Audio.
2, 1.
Arrow 10% to go.
Come on, come on.
Oh my god! 10%! 10%! That's crazy! That's the biggest one he did! That's insane!
That's like $14,000.
RX11 does nothing, whatever setting I try. Acon does remove some of the distortion. Pro Audio Declipper removes most of the clipping at the cost of a more aliased, artifacty sound. But you can dial that back, of course. In terms of actually removing the clipping, Pro Audio Declipper wins here. In regards of user friendliness, Acon is the clear winner for me. RX11 is second and the Pro Audio is last. I do really miss the visual help you get from Acon and RX11, it just works so much easier. That said, the Pro Audio Declipper does offer a lot more control and that could be just what you need. Now, there's the pricing. RX11 Elements, the cheapest bundle, includes Declip and 5 more plugins for restoration for around $100. Acon Restoration is also around $100 and comes with 4 plugins including the Declip. The Pro Audio Declipper alone costs $79 for a single license. You pay 10 cents more for an online license, which means you can transfer between computers. It's $10 for a 60-day license and $20 for a 1-year license. So yeah, that makes Acon really interesting to get, unless you really want the specifics of the Pro Audio Declipper. I hope this breakdown helped a bit. If you know more declipping plugins you really like, just leave it in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.